Hello guys and welcome to round 5 of the F1 Championship in Gavra Racing, and tonight we are at the British Grand Prix. We've got a total of 12 guys in the lobby tonight and quite a lot of battles to catch up on. I have not prepared because I was messing around with the car. I'm going to quickly just get up the championship standings, and the championship standings are... Standings, there we go. Oh, one of these will goes into the championship standings are... Red is leading the way in the McLaren on 87 points, who is here as well. Then we go to Mark down in... no, he's not in the lobby tonight, on 54. Ed Cass down in on third, on track at the moment, on 45 points. Then Gavra Novik in second place on track at the moment, 33. Victor is here tonight on 30 points. Then we got SSR Opalu, who isn't here yet, but I have been told that he will be here next week, as I'm pretty sure he's just finished his GCSE exams. He finishes them this Friday. Alpha True, the teammate of the championship leader, he is on 20 points. Then Sabo the Meister 14, Krasar on 10, Leafy Brooms on 10, Infame on 8th, Luke E on 8, Daz at 8, Mike HLB on 6, Mex on 4, Max Ply on 1, and Evil Dragon on 0. So Evil's probably going to try and do his best, and hopefully do his best this week, and try and get a finish. We're riding on board with him as he comes down to the end of the lap he is on, and we'll go into the final few corners as he locks up slightly there, and his teammate Vetro sets a 128.9, then Leafy brings a 130.2. Evil comes across the line getting a bit wrong over 132.0. So a bit off the pace there from off the pace by Evil there, but we've got a lot of time left as Gav is in the pit. Edcast is out on track. Medium tyre, hard tyre. Hard tyre, then medium tyre. I can't remember. Oh, it's pixelated. I think it's the hard tyre. And that would be the hard... yes, it would be the hard tyre. So the blue would be the hard tyre. We tried... I haven't done enough. We've got a yellow flag. Oh, that's a bit of damage there. That's Alpha True with damage. Oh. Vectro and Evil have both got damage. Evil just got it wrong, but Vectro's got damage. Damage. Give me 1 second. So yes, Vectro leading the way in qualifying so far from Infame and Krasar in second and third. Then Luke E down in fourth. So he's going to try and get his way up the grid from those 8 points. That 8 points he's on, as well as Evil Dragon's going to try and get up from the 0 points he's on. Dazai, first one back, is on 8 points as well. Gav is going to try and push up to get a few more places in the championship. As I'm currently waiting for some people to get around the track, as Vectro's in the pits. Evil's in the pits, so the two red pit in. And what? hell's just happened? I swear Evil's just gone flying down the pit lane. One minute. He goes from 38 down all the way up to 110. What's that about? Oh, Evil has magically appeared back in the pit lane. So oh, no, that was a glitch, I guess. As the pit box has been used. Cruzar goes at the fastest lap in qualifying by 1:28.6. Can his teammate do anything about it? It's like a slow lap from Edcast so far. Cybermaster has rejoined the lobby, so he'll be able to make a way into the start of this race if he can stay in the lobby. But Edcast comes to us live on 1:30.5, so not where I expected him to be. Keep in mind that he's high up in the championship. So possibly as hard tyres aren't the best, as Evil and Vetro are going to go out together. Weird strategy from Christian Horner there, just putting them all out, putting them both out together. As Evil's going to be chasing the Vetro in this on this stint, both on brand new sets of soft tyres, which are the quickest tyre around this track. And there's Cazars on the medium tyres, and that lap time was set on a 2-lap old set of medium tyres. So we're getting quite a few people in and out of the pit lane now. If I cough today, guys, I'm sorry about that. I somehow got a cough recently. As I'll try and keep it quiet. But, there was a slight improvement there from Edcast on that last lap. Not putting him up any positions, but we watch Evil and Vetro now onto their first flying lap on the soft tyres, and Evil cutting grass a little bit as they're going to ride on board with him actually. So, oh, he's not doing the lap. We're on board with Evil, Vetro. Vetro going down towards Brooklands, and he's going to try and get the car on the apex about 4th gear, and trying to get the next car, through about 3rd gear, trying to get a good exit. Some people run a little bit deep into the corner and take a single apex, or some people take a double apex, go wide out, so you take a double apex, and that actually nearly on stage flat. They're coming up towards Maggots and Beckett's now. He's got it flat until about there, which is about the same point as I would do by breaking the going through Chapel now, going down the hangar straight through the tunnel and go down towards the final, coming into Stone now, and he gets that curve very well. He runs a little bit wide there and then comes into Vale and Flood. He's going to try and get a good bit of good exit out of the corner, going down towards turn 1, and that has put him... Was that even a fast lap? That was an improvement by 0.2 of a second. So he's got closing, but not enough as he gets a little bit of a wobble there. As Evil is now starting his lap, so we're going to go for a sort of view for Evil here. Evil slightly in the wrong gear there, and getting the power down now. Yeah, coming out of the loop. That is, going into the loop. You should go into it about second gear. And try and get the power down. As Evil's trying to do a bit of Gymkhana in the F1 car. All we need is the cones, and we got the Gymkhana going. A bit of drifting, more like it. But now we're going past the old pit straight. If you guys have been watching F1 for many years, you can remember that one. As Evil's flung it right into the wall, had a bit of a tank slapper, and he is out of qualifying. So currently running in 7th place. That is not good for Evil, as we got Meister on his first lap. Now, I think it's his first lap, or it might be his second. That is his first lap, as Vectra goes and sets a fastest lap of a 1:28.3, so a very quick lap from Vectro there. As Meister goes onto his lap as well. So coming up for 4 minutes remain in the qualifying session, and there's a little lock up there from Sabo going into Brooklands. That was going through Luffield. Try and get the power down, try not to get the back wheel spinning, which is pretty easy in these cars, and go down the straight, the national pit straight, or the old F1 pit straight, going through these cops now and coming up to Max and Beckett's on the fastest sections of the track here, and he comes through at 7th gear and dropping it down to 5th. He goes over the grass there, and that grass caused a few problems in some years of GT racing and sim racing I've seen in different events, and that grass can catch you out. Going into Vale now and Club. He's going to try and get a good exit, as he hasn't got any wheel spin there. Coming around the final corner to cross the line, he's got a set at 1:29.7, so that is a better lap than I was expecting from Savo the Meister. And we'll wait to see if he wants to go for another lap or not. Infamous sitting in the pits. Vectro is just taking it, cruising it down the straight. He's getting off of the track. Is that a speck of rain I saw? Was that No, we have got rain. So qualifying looks to be like it's over already, as we've got rain falling on the track. Let's try taking the grassroots line to get back to the pit lane without causing any issues, which he is doing. As he comes down the pit lane now, and no one's following him, so he should be good going into the pit lane. Red currently down there in 11th place. That's not where we want to be seeing this car. This is the championship leader, we got in mind, and he is down in 11th place at the moment. He runs right there through the top, going up to Magnus and Beckett, and that's going to be a possible validated lap already. And that is probably Red qualifying over. Yep, I was about to say, in fact, Evil's going for Red's going for another lap, and no he's not. And there's a minute left of quali. I've noticed there's a common occurrence with the qualifying here, not in this, you get rain at the middle of the session all the time. Everyone seems to be in the pits other than Luke E, who's, yep, now in the pits. So 5 seconds remaining, and that will be qualifying over. So that is your results. So let's give you the results now, as you can see Luke E getting third place there. Just to confirm, the qualifying results is, before I get my XP, is going to be Vectra taking pole position for the, I think, second time this season with 128.3, and then we go down to Krasar with a 128.6. So about 0.3 of a second gap, but then that is the difference between some soft tyres and some medium tyres and the setup's not being great. Then we go down to Luke E with a 128.7, Leafy Brooms, Infame, Sabo, Edcast, Alpatru, Evil, Gavra Racing. I don't know if that was red down in there, down the bottom, and I don't know who the bottom person was. We'll wait until we get on the grid, as I was thinking, was it going to be in order there, but it's not. While you wait for these guys to load up, I'm going to load up the Gavra website on my computer, because I had it on my phone. So go to Gavra. Okay, so Gavra. Let's just put this up. These guys are just loading into the lobby now. They're waiting for Krasar to load into the lobby. And, we go onto the formation lap now, as so it is red down in 11th place. That is not a good qualifying position for red, as we just. Whoa, there's a lot of mess going on around the track at the moment, as people are going deep, some people are going short, and everyone's just having the time of their lives basically at the moment. So Gav is right. So Evil and Edcast have made contact, so they're both back onto the grid, so they won't be doing any more laps. And, guys, if you remember that we are still looking for drivers for the series, if you guys want to be, guys that are watching and want to join this, go onto the Gavra Racing website, and there is a sign up button on the F1 2018 bit, and that will give you the the position. You can sign up for a place, and if you guys wanna do that, then yeah. Pole position. So we've had tell a lie, we've had Edcas on pole for the last 4 rounds. So Vectro taking pole position off of Edcas. And podiums, we've had Vectro having 1 podium, and Gav having 1, Opal having 1, which was that win, and Vectro having that 1 podium. As we come round to the grid now, as Vectro and Krasar are inside of each other, and as we line up on the grid. So Vectro will be on the outside line going in towards turn 1. Krasar's going to be the inside line, but he's going to be a bit further back, so we got to wait and see on who's going to be better as we get the signs to go green. And a little bit of lights, and we are green, green, green as we go down towards the start. Krasar having to look like, oh, Krasar and Vectro going to be side by side there, as that is Infame going very wide and near making contact with his teammate there. As Vectro leads our way through the loop, and Luke E has pushed out Krasar. So Krasar, I think, has got damage. No, Luke E must have damage then, as Evil is spun it with Infame. So who's got the damage? Oh, so Krasar has got damage on the left side, and that would have been going through the loop when I saw the contact. So possibly Luke E dove down the inside into the loop and caused a slight bit of contact, as Edcas is trying to defend from Sabo the Meister, as he is trying to battle his way up from 7th place on the grid, and Red is as well, and Red is up 3 positions, so side by side with Sabo the Meister through Magnus and Beckett, and he makes a position on Sabo. They go down the back straight now. We haven't got much of a gap between anyone other than that. We've got big gaps between everyone except for Red and Edcas. Red and Edcas are the higher placed drivers in the standings, if I am correct. No, Mark is. The drivers in the race, it is Red and Edcas. And Red is just probably trying to carry on his championship lead, and also get prepared for tomorrow as he goes to take the win. Hopefully he's going to try and look to take the win at... Oh, that is contact! Him, Red and Edcas made contact, as Krasar has got some major problems. He's got behind Alpha True now. He's going to possibly drop down behind Dazza in a second. Yes, he will. Dazza locks up into the corner, but Krasar drops behind, and now going to be under pressure for his teammate, so that is not good. As Infame has come out the pit lane now. The Vectro is under pressure from Luke E. The battle for the lead. He's going to go to the left. He's going to go to the left, going down towards Cop's corner. Is it Cop's corner? Or is it? No, Stowe corner. Around the outside, he's going to be pushed out wide as Vectro takes the racing line. Everyone takes Luke E's front wing off and stays how it is, as Krasar is pitting for a new front wing, as that is slowing him down. Major is Vectro, Gav and Sabo Meister are battling very hard now. A bit of a cut back on each other as Sabo's cut the corner and jumped the curb and taken the owner out, and that is not a thing to be doing against an owner like that, person like that. Gavra's just locked up a little bit there. Krasar coming down the pit lane now after getting that new front wing and new tyres. Luke E is now going to try and hunt down Vectro for the next few laps as we go through Cox Corner and up through Madison Beckett's. Go left, we go right, we go left again. Drop down the hit a slight decline there, and then you go back on the power and down the Hanger Straight. And Hanger Straight is a brilliant place to watch these cars go flying past you. These fans on the left there, they have a really good view if you can't get a grandstand. We'll go to the British Grand Prix, and that is a place to be on like the Saturday and watch them go through there and go through Stowe Corner and stop down towards Vale. Vetro still leading his way, and Gavra has got a big gap between him and Eagle. Vetro is going to be still being put under a lot of pressure from Luke E. Wellington Straight. Wellington Straight, not the fastest quarter straight, but very good for some battles. Ed Cass is putting Dazza under pressure now, as well as Luke E has been trying to put Vetro under pressure, and it's not worked. Ed Cass is trying to get past Dazza. Dazza looks up slightly there, and then he comes back and he nearly makes contact there. And Ed Cass is going to have the DRS going down the Hanger Straight, and he's going to have the inside line. Is he going to get the place going in towards into Stowe? He's going to have the DRS, and he's had the DRS, and that's going to be the play it's going to be. As Luke E has got DRS now on Vetro, going down towards turn 1, which is Abbey. Going through Abbey, and then we're going through Farm. The fast left-hander of Farm. And then we're braking down to that third/second gear. As we get the power on through the corners. Luke E is trying to put everything onto the back of Vetro's rear wing and trying to slow that thing down. As Red is now putting Dazza under pressure. This is the closest the closest thing on track is these guys. Red runs very wide there. Infame gets a 3-second penalty, as well as Vetro. Evil was running wide there, as a little bit of a lock up there from Dazza, and Red's going to have the DRS again on Dazza. So Dazza's going to lose 2 positions in the exact same straight, 2 laps in a row. As Red's going to be ahead and going to take the racing line and take his place back. As Evil's going to look to the inside line, going in towards Vale. He's going to drive down the inside, he's going to dive down the inside, and he's going to take the position. But has Dazza got anything to put it back? It doesn't look like it. And that was Red running very wide through the final corner of the club. As Red got a problem with those medium tyres, as Evil is on those soft tyres. He locks up in towards into Village, and that was Dazza going deep, and Dazza and Gav going deep as well. As Evil's going to have DRS on Red, going down towards turn 6, going into Brooklyn. That is going to go slightly over the curve there, and not going to be able to get it there, but he's going to try and go for the outside line through Luffield and going through Woodcote. Woodcote going down towards towards Court. Pops going to look to be near on flat there he was, but Red taking it a little bit slower there, and backing Evil up actually, slightly. As Red has gone slightly off track, and Red is going to lose a position to Evil possibly. They've made contact there, and that was nearly a repeat of what happened in the GT4 race, and I don't think Red would be too proud or pleased with that. That was to happen. It happened. Oh, as that is contact. Red has made contact with Evil. And Evil. Oh, it's Evil. What the heck was that from Evil? Evil is out of the race. He gets tapped, and then he just turns into the pits. And that is Meister not looking where he's going. He's gone straight into him as we've got a virtual safety car. So the guys can't back themselves up yet. And that is Evil out of this race. And I think that'll be Sabo gone as well. So that's a bit drive-through. So Edcast has got a drive-through penalty. As he was caught for speeding. DRS has now been enabled again as there is a yellow flag in sector 3. Really just trying to clear up the mess of Sabo and Evil as we go back to green. And I'd like to know what that incident, well, what happened with Sabo. So I didn't get to see what the Sabo was doing as that contact happened, and we're down to 10 drivers now. Oh, that was a very close line from Infame and Zar down in 9th. Not a great place to be as Red has now got to try and push that car to catch up to Edcast. Luke E is now pitting off of the what would be the soft tyres, so those tyres have not worked for him as Vectro is still on track, as well as Edcast. Edcast is in the pits for that drive-through penalty, and that is going to hurt him very hard. So that is Edcast taking his drive-through penalty, and so resolving that. And Vectro has been given a 3-second time penalty for cutting track limits, pushing that car too wide through Cop's corner. As just seeing, he's only got 1 penalty. Leafy Brooms has got 0, as well as Alpha True. Red has got 1 penalty. Gav has got 1 penalty. That's a 0. Luke E has got a penalty, but he's pitted. And Edcast for that drive-through. Krasart, nothing. Infame with 2 penalties. Sabo had 2 penalties. As well as Evil only had 1. A few comments in the live stream. So I'm going to quickly just check them out whilst we watch Vectro sitting. We've seen Vectro sitting in another fast lap. The penalty given to Edcast. Edcast had a drive-through for speeding on the virtual safety car. So I didn't give to him, and that was just the game giving him for speeding. And no, I'm not from Bristol, I am from Kent. A little bit of a cold, so cough, sort of lost my voice now, but Gav is now putting pressure onto Red, so this is going to be a battle to see, as I think we just come over to the F1 calendar, championship standing, and Gav is quite far down behind Red, and he's going to try and get past that. Let me just double check how much that is. That is Gav is 54 points behind Red at the moment in the championship. As Leafy Brooms and Vectro are in the pit. Albatru staying out. Red is staying out as well. Gav is going to stay out. Gav is going to try and make a position on Red as Red goes deep into towards that will be Vale, and now coming through the club. He's got back ahead of Gav, and Gav's going to have the DRS man down towards turn 1 of Abbey, and he's going to look to the inside line. Is he going to make the corner? No, he's not. He's going to back right off of the attempt, as Red actually gave him a lot of room there, and Gav goes back to current third. And Vectro comes out with about a 1.5 second gap over Luke E. So he didn't lose much time there on Luke E. Gav's going to DRS going down the Wellington straight into Brooklands now and left field. He's going to chuck it to the left, he's going to chuck it to the right. Gav's going to be able to get his better exit out of the corner and go towards the national pit straight. He's going to be able to get ahead or not. He's not going to be able to get close enough there. And he goes near on flat through the right-hander through Cops corner, going up toward Magnus and Beckett. One of my favourite parts of this track, and I would have this a bit of track at Monaco. I would love to see those guys like that in Monaco or somewhere like that. The speed that goes through the corners. And we're down towards Stone now. The gap is sort of just closed back up slightly. But are these guys going to be pitting? It is a no. They're both going to stay out. As Alcatraz starts his 10th lap on those tyres. 11th lap on into the race. And out of 26 as Red jumps over the curve there, and Gav goes a little bit wide. Turn 1 is pretty quick for these cars. And, a little lock up there from Red, but I think that might have been a rear lock up from Gav going into the village there. Actually, going down the straight now is not going to be close enough yet. Red makes a lock up as well as Gav makes a lock up there. You see that as the car just sort of just chucks it in. As we go on the helicopter cam, so this is a nice little camera view we're going to get of the Renault there for the slight bit, the slight time. Going through the right hander now. Gavra is going to push this car to the maximum soon before he makes that pit stop for the next set of tyres. And we'll have to wait and see what he can do on the next set of tyres, as that is Red off the track, and Gavra is going to have the DRS. So Gav is going to take the 2nd place in the race as Alpatru is in the pit lane. So Alpatru pitting, and Gavra is going to be staying out. Is Red going to pit though? They're going to double stack. They are not going to double stack. Vectro is just behind this battle. Luke E as well. So there's a second gap between Luke E and Vectro, who are battling for the lead. Gavra's going to take the original lead of this race now. And Red's going to be second as Luke E is in third. Vectro is third. Luke E is fourth. And Alpatru down to 5th. Going to be possibly 6th coming out of the corner. As Infame has crashed, and Infame has crashed. Oh, he's had a bit of oversteer and lost the car, and we've got a virtual safety car. So that has worked in no one's favour there, as we've had 2 virtual safety cars, and that's not going to be good. We're going to go back green, going back to green flag racing in a second. As we go. Waiting for the green lights to show up on the screen. Virtual safety car and yellow flags waving. VSC, yellow flags, and coming out of Beckett's now as sector 3 drive-through penalty for Gav as he's speeding under this virtual safety car, so that is not good for Vectro there, as he is the He's going to drop down a little bit and going to go back to green flag racing now, and Gav and Red staying out on track. And Vectro is just going to be slightly behind and trying to push on these two guys, as well as Luke E, only been 5 seconds behind Vectro going into the home straight now. The DRS is going to look to the inside line. It's going to be very silly if he does it. He does it, and they made contact. So that is what I said about silly. And they made contact, and that is not what you need to be doing. That is very wrong. Vectro couldn't do anything there, and Luke, I think Luke, he might have made contact with Cruzat at the start of the race. I might need to question that to Luke E in a little bit. As I think I caught the first incident, and I've now caught that one. So he was side by side for too long, and he should have just backed off. So I'm actually going to quickly go back in the stream to the start of the race to have a look at the start. And I want to find out if it was contact or not between the Luke E going into village as well. From the view that I have got from the stream, so Luke E took the inside line, but they made contact, and that was not what they wanted to be doing. Vectro now very far behind Luke E, 2.6 seconds, and that is jumping up as Luke E has locked up there. But I want to be questioning him in a second. That is something that needs to be resolved. If you guys watched that on the stream, can you help me out with that? Because it's a bit... just give me 1 second, the Euro Truck 2. Euro driver. Truck driver. Let's see, push or block that I've heard. Anything called cheating, cut or swear in front of the drivers. Sorry. So, assists restrictions. There is no braking assists. Anti-lock braking is off. Traction control is on medium. Gearbox is on medium. Pit assist is off, and driving dynamic line is off. The dynamic racing line is off. So not many restrictions, and they're all running to close on the same thing as Gav is taking that penalty as Leafy Brooms has actually crashed out, and I'm wondering where he crashed out. Was it the same place as Williams? Find out where that crash was. So that was there. So that was an old place for him to have a crash. As he comes, Gav comes out of the pit lane there, right in front of Krazar. Krazar not pitted yet, other than after that incident where he had contact with Luke E, who's now leading the way by 3.5 seconds due to luck, I would say, or a bit cheeky driving as Krazar and Gav going side by side now. There's Gav. Oh, big contact there, but nothing major from Krazar or Gav as they look to go. It shows the Krazar is on the hard tyres, but on the track it's showing on the soft tyres. That's a bit weird. As Leafy Brooms has left the lobby, so we don't have 8 drivers remaining. Kazar is trying to get past Gav, and Gav has made a mistake, and that has given his position up to Gavra. To Kazar, man. E leading the way. There's a fast up there, and Gav in the pit lane. Gav going back down the pit lane now for the last 11 laps of this race. Luke E is leading the way by 0.4 seconds now. Then it's Vetro in second, Adcast in third, Alcatraz in fourth, Cressart in fifth, Red in sixth, Gaza has made it to seventh now, and Gav in eighth, as these two are going to start battling now for the last position on track at the moment. Gav's gonna have the DRS on Daza going down towards Brooklands and Luffield. But he's gonna go take the wide line. You can see these two lines that these guys are gonna take. The wide line there at the start gets you a better exit line. You get the power on a bit earlier and a bit longer. Going in towards the right hander of Cops Corner, going up to, then we're gonna go through Magus and Beckett's, and that is Daza going a slight bit wide and run off track there, and Gav's going to be on the tripping over the heels of that Williams in a minute. So both as he's going to have DRS going down the hanger straight. He's going to look to the inside line. Gav is going to go side by side as Luke E has had a pit stop. So Gav has made it up another position as Ed Cass has just come out of the pit lane. So Vetro is leading by 12 seconds, and Luke E is on the soft tyres now. So Luke E made a bad decision on those tyres, and it's sort of costing him now 25. He's now over 25 seconds behind. So possibly made a bit of contact with somebody. Oh, as he's been overtaken by Red. Red going down the inside of him into Cop's Corner, and he's now going to go up to Magnus and Beckett. Is he going to be Red? Is he going to be Luke E? It's going to say Red at the moment. As we go through Beckett's now, coming through Chapel down the Hanger Straight, Wellington Straight, Hanger Straight. I mean, they both. Red is not actually going to have DRS on Kazar. And Luke E did have DRS on Red. So Luke E was able to close up into the final part of the lap, but not close enough as he touched the curve there slightly, and a bit cheeky that line. DRS now wide open for Luke E. We didn't see if it was open for Red, as they're both within a second of each other. Red only put 8 seconds behind Kazar, put 6. Going down the Wellington Straight now, it's going to be DRS open for Red, and it's not going to close up there. No, Euro Truck, we will not be turning over to F1 2019. We will be turning over to F1 2019 after the season ends, which is the season ends on the 23rd of July. So no, it's not. We've got a few things later in the season, I think. We've got a few more rounds after that. I think we've got 15 rounds of it. If it is, that's something we're doing it after that. As Kazar is in the pits now, so Kazar 15 old tyres, 15 lap old tyres. So no, yeah, Euro Truck Driver. If you sign up, we every Tuesday, half 8 UK time, 9:30 Italian time. As that is Luke E getting it all wrong through Abbey and Farm, and losing a bit of time on red there. But no, we do this every Tuesday. We do the Project Cars Championship Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And we're coming to the end of the season for the Project Cars 2 calendar. So you want to get into that, and you'll have to go through Academy on Project Cars 2. But yeah, at the moment I think we're still looking for a few drivers. I think we've got on the standing, we've got 17 drivers, but overall, the main drivers, I don't think we've got much. We've got if you go onto the website again. So when you go through the drivers we have in the series, so we've got Luke E and Merck in Mercedes, and then we've got Ferrari, we've got a Mark HLB and Mike HLB. Then we've got Red Bull, Vectro and Evil. Then we've got Renault, which is Gav and Leafy. Then we got Haas, which is Ed Cass and Bazaar. We've got Force India. We've got no Force India cars, so if you want to drive in the Force India, we've got 2 seats available in Force India. And in Toro Rosso we've got Max Ply and SSR Opel. McLaren we've got Alpha True and Red. Sauber we've got Sabo in the Meister and Infame. And we've got 2 Williams seats available. So we've got 16 cars. 16 cars taken up. If you want to go onto the website, let me just double check the description. Yeah, if you go into the description, Euro Truck Driver 2, go into the description, it says the website. If you go onto the website and go to the Formula 1 tab, and go and sign up, you have to put in your PSN name and stuff. You also have to make an account on the Gavra website, so you can get in the forums, and if you want to make a race claim, you put the race claim in. But the race claim stuff is in the rules, if you want to check them out on the series. As Gav is now trying to put pressure on Cazar. Oh, my cough is getting worse. Sooner or later I won't have a voice. So, it's alright, I'm not going to be commentating for Friday, as I will be at the Spanish Grand Prix for MotoGP. But, other than that, Vectro leading the way on the 21st lap and up to the 22nd lap in a second. He is leading by over 11 seconds, so Vectro doing very well for himself. Then it's Alpha Tree at the 2 McLaren 2 and 3. And if Fred can catch up to Alpha Tree, I would like to see if the team orders are going to come into play, as that is a Edcast who spun it. Edcast is not going to be losing any more positions. Let's put some friendly tyres. Gavra's been given a 3-second penalty. Speedy track limits. red. So Luke E is pushing that car to the limit. You can hear the strain on the engine there going down the Wellington Straight. And, looking towards Vetro. So Vetro just keeping the gap that he has for the lead as Alpatrou's trying to close in as well as Red. And Luke E is also closing in. He won't be able to close in enough to take the battle for the lead on. But at the moment it's going to be a battle between him and Red very shortly. And possibly Alpatrou might be a three-way battle very shortly. Kazar is probably a 2.8 second gap. Oh God. Sorry about me yawning. Okay, 1 second gap now, and that's Kazar with a 3 second penalty. I'm going to quickly just check the penalties because I want to see who's going to be better off. Vectro's got 1, 2, 3 penalties. So 9 seconds there for him. And then it's 1 penalty for Alpatrou. Red has got 1 penalty. Luke E has got 1 penalty. And Ed Cass has got 2 penalties. And Ed Kazar has got 1. So, it's looking not too bad. As Red has made a mistake and he's gone off. And that's given Luke E the place. Red is now going to push the car to the limits, trying to get back past the McLaren Mercedes. McLaren versus Mercedes. Is it going to be a news fight to see McLaren getting past the Mercedes? That would be first. No, it won't. As Red has gone wrong and mucked up the exit of the corner. So Dazzler gets a 3 second penalty, but Vetro's on the 24th lap of 26, so we're very close to the end of this race, and Vetro has led the race near on the whole way, led the whole race other than the pit stop time, and that was him leading, but that was provisional, everyone else leading. So 24 laps in, and these guys are going to get slightly worn out at the moment, and some of them will be frustrated. Drivers like Kazar will be frustrated. Gav being frustrated. I see Gav being frustrated because that drive-through penalty that he had. Edcast will be disappointed. Luke E, that's going to be questionable. He might be on a thin line of rope at this point in time. And we'll have to wait and see for the guys that make a race claim on him in the next 24 hours. And if he don't respond, he will probably get penalised if it's seen as bad. As that is Luke E cutting the corner there. So I caught him as he just cuts the corner. So I don't know if that was a lock up or he just went straight on. But 24 laps, and we'll have to wait and see who has got the power down. Looks pretty better for Red as he was 0.7 of a second away before right into the final corner, and now 1 second. That was a bit of a wheel spin there from Luke E as Vetro is on his penultimate lap now. And within a second, Red Ears is not going to have the RS, and he will keep pushing that car to the limit to try and do the best he can to that car, as he doesn't want to give up on that position that he had. And I've just forgotten, has Luke E got more than 1 penalty? No, Luke E hasn't. same as red. So if they was to cross the line at 1,000th of a second, it would still wouldn't change, as red has been given another 3-second penalty. It's gone off, so that is going to be red. Oh, that's going to be red done. Red is now going to struggle as Vetro comes into the final corner, start his final lap now. So Vetro is going to be leading us round the final lap. We're going to sort of give it a little ride on like the camera view of Evil as he's on his lap going in towards the final few minutes, and he's held this gap as Luke E is now putting Alpatru under pressure. Alpatru 0.4 of a second between these guys. And is Alpatru gonna just defend his position, or is he gonna try and get Luke E? Is he just gonna give Luke E a position? No, he isn't. Luke E had a slight problem coming out of the corner. Alpatru stays in second place for the time being as we go through Luffield and exit out down at the National Pit Straight. Alpatru is under some pressure, and we'll have to wait and see who wants to push that car in the ground hard enough. As he will go flat, and he will go flat as well. But Luke E dropping down to 6th, and Alpatru dropping down to 5th. They're going to have the DRS wide open now. Luke E will. So he possibly will look for a place as he goes down the straight. It's not going to be close enough. He made this back place way too late. Unless he's got some major speed, he's going to try and do the dive bomb into the final few corners, and that is Vetro winning the race. And Alpatru will come across the line to win the Vetro will come across the line to win the British Grand Prix in Gavra Racing, and that'll be round 5. Alpatru going to be coming across in 2nd place. Then Luke E coming along in 3rd. Then it is Red, and then Edcas. So Edcas making it to the finish, and then it's going to be Krasar. Krasar not with the happy with the good result that the result he wanted, but he still finished the race, and that is some points for him, and that is him in 6th, and then it's Gav in 7th. So we're just going to wait for these guys just to go onto the podium now and spray the champagne. But that is the Red Bull on the top step of the podium for the first time this season. And Vetro will take that trophy home and show it to all the boys at the pub. As, we look to the drivers celebrating. Christian Horner looking up at Vetro as he waves on by all the fans, and the results are Vetro had a 9-second penalty in total. He still won the race by 0.2 of a second. Then it's Luke E in 3rd, Alpatru in 2nd, Luke E 3rd, Red in 4th, Edcas in 5th, Krasar 6th, Gav 7th, Dazzler 8th, Leafy Brooms non-finish, Infame non-finish, Sabo the Master non-finish, and Evil Dragon non-finish. So that has been an eventful race, this has, and everyone got penalties. It's from the smallest of 3-second penalty all the way up to 18-second penalty, and we will be going off to let me just double check. The next race will be the Canadian Grand Prix, which will be next Tuesday, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be commentating or not, as I come back from Spain on Tuesday and it's a late flight, so I might make it, I might not, and you guys will You guys can see me tomorrow night on the GT4s, and my name's Ryan Racing, which is my YouTube channel. I am Ryan, and I'll see you guys next time.